It wasn't built on the ECW formula of let's kill every wrestler we can find and push him off big scaffolds and hit him with chairs. And the WWE doesn't do that. They work off character and they work off, and the kids, they like Trish, so let's see if it works. Will I say it'll work? It may, and it may not, but we'll see.
I wanted to ask you about the FTR part of this, where they talked about how they always felt like a number to Vince McMahon, and Tony Khan kind of treats them more like human beings. Is that something that you can relate to, being that you've had several stints working with Vince McMahon? Did you ever feel like you were just a kind of a spoke on the wheel, as they say?
Well, I knew where I was, but I got booked like all the time. I mean, I was on the road. I wasn't making a lot of money, but I wasn't sitting home, because if you sat home, you didn't have contracts in those days. You had contracts, but it was all for WWE. I was actually looking at it the other day, and I went, you know what you were guaranteed on the old WWE contracts back in the 90s? Have you ever heard that story?
No.
Money-wise, you know what you were guaranteed?
What?
I mean, for the contract to be valid, $1,500.
Wow.
But you took it because it was the only place to work. And if they put you on the road, yeah, you're going to make a lot more than that. But it's according to where you wanted to stay and how you wanted to travel and all this. Shane Douglas told me one time he was losing money when he was in WWE because the towns were down and you were paid strictly off attendance, and that was it. And it was a tough road. It really was. And that's why some guys just got out of it, because it was more hassle than it was worth. But that's the way I look at it. There's two ways to look at it. One way is like this, and the other way is like this. So find your little median, and you can continue to go with it.
Trish Stratus turned heel on Becky Lynch. Trish Stratus, of course, the WWE Hall of Famer, came back to WWE, helped Becky Lynch and Lita win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And then on the April 10th edition of Monday Night Raw, they did an angle where Lita was attacked backstage. They didn't know who made the attack, and this led to Trish taking Lita's place in a tag team matchup against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Trish Stratus lost the matchup with Liv Morgan pinning her, and then after the match, as Becky Lynch consoled Trish Stratus, she attacked her from behind, laid her out with the chick kick. What do you think about a legend, someone that, of course the fans, when they first see them back, will respond to them in a very positive way. They want to see these legends back. They get a bit of nostalgia, turning heel and going against a modern day star in Becky Lynch here?
Again, that's something you do to see if it's going to work. But I think Trish is enshrined as a good girl, as a baby face. And whether the crowds accept that, I don't know. It's like one of those things, well, I don't think he can hit a fastball, so let's throw a fastball and see if he can hit it. So they're going to wait to see if the fans accept it. Has she ever been a heel before?
Yeah, she started off as a heel when she was the manager of TNA. She, of course, turned babyface in the whole angle with Vince McMahon back in 2001. And then later she turned heel when during the whole storyline between Christian and Chris Jericho back in 2004, which was for what a lot of people remember as her best run as a heel. So, I think it's interesting. I don't think WWE did a good job of laying this out and setting this up, because if Trish didn't want them to be women's tag team champions or was jealous of them, why did she help them win the titles? I don't think it felt very rushed the way they did the angle.
See, Sid, you're the type of fan that the WWE does not want. You're thinking too much. You're overthinking it. Now, if you sit there and you think, you go, and she didn't do this and she didn't do that, and would that make the. See, now you've turned me off on it already because of that negative attitude that you're taking. No, but I'm saying if the rank and file WWE fan will accept her, I think she'll be fine. How long is she going to be around, you think?
Well, the report that came out about Trish turning heel came out about a month ago from Worked Wrestling, and they said that the plan was for Trish to turn heel and to have a match with Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. I don't know, since they're doing it so early, if they are, still planning on doing the match at SummerSlam. I don't know if it's now been pushed up, but that was the original plan.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, let's see how the fans accept it. But I think the kids like Trish, and WWE, they are heavily dependent on the kids. They've always been that way. But that's the way wrestling is kind of shaped anyway. It wasn't built on the ECW formula of let's kill every wrestler we can find and push him off big scaffolds and hit him with chairs. And the WWE doesn't do that. They work off character, and they work off, and the kids, they like Trish, so let's see if it works. Will I say it'll work? It may, and it may not, but we'll see. That's their problem. But if it don't work, guess what? We will blast the shit out of it. We'll teach them bastards to work a damn angle we don't like.
I just wanted it to be set up better. It just felt kind of just like
it was rushed.
I call it microwave booking. It's microwave booking.
And I agree with you, but creative sometimes freaks out. Oh, we're gonna have a match with them. Well, we better get going. When is SummerSlam?
SummerSlam's in August.
That's quite a ways away. See, they had time to set this up. They had time, and instead of having her turn on TV, which is not a bad place, I'd wait for a pay-per-view to do it. Something important, and then take something that Becky really wanted, take it away from her. I don't know what that would be, but let's just wait. Just hang on, Sid. You get in a big hurry sometimes. I got to slow you down.
We're like the superstars backstage. We got to wait and see. Wait and see.